Hello to you all. It's a spontaneous action on this beautiful Sunday. Last week I made this one. Let's see, where is it? In the very pale one, and it is from the Winter Tales and Backgrounds book from Maremis. Beautiful colors, and this is also such a soft tone. So I think maybe I make a video of how I make that. So let's start. I am going to work with aquarelle paint, and this is not aquarelle paper. So I glue two together. Make the paper not too wet. So I have to be careful with the water. Now. Let's see if it is straight. That will do. And also because of those pictures also you can cut them, but because they have such a nice how do you say it, from trouser to the background, it is very not so clear, so it is mostly more nice to keep the background the same. I think you can cut it, but I like the background so much, so that is why I'm trying to imitate the background in the whole page. And then I will tear the paper. Make it a little wet, and you can tear it more easily. Not too much from the paper. All the colors of the book are so nice. The pink and the minty colors. Very careful because I want to keep the background, of course. Zo. Dit is one side. I showed them to my husband, the new books, last week. And he said, how many books do you have? I said, not all. I think Martha has 30 books. I think I have 23 now. So I had an excuse like I am selective in what I like. It's nice to have a choice in books. A little more wet. Where is my brush? So I think it's okay now. Okay, I glue it down. have the text, cold hands, warm heart, because he has the hands in his pocket. Cold hands, warm hearts. Is it straight? Almost. So. And because I'm going to work with aquarelle paint, I'm going to cover the whole with transparent gesso. Because then I can use water and paint, and when it's dripping on my image, I can wipe it away. Today is a very exciting day for us because Max Verstappen can win the Formula 1. Although he has 12 points, or 12 points behind the leader, he still can win. So this afternoon we are going to watch Formula 1 and hope that Max will win. It's the last match of the season, so that's the exciting part of it. I have to dry it a little. So, and then I'll take my paint and this color matches perfectly, and this one I think, but I'm going to mix it when the color is not good or too heavy. Beige gray. And then I'm going to play around with the colors. These are very, this one is from Gansai Tambi. These are very high in pigment, so I have to mix it with a lot of water. And then I simply add the color where the color is in the image. And when it's just a little bit too much, you can always wipe it a little away. So now I am going to do the greenish. You can also add a color on the paper and then put it to the side. Blah, 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 blah. This is a kind of brownish. I can a little bit mixed with the water. Okay, let me see this color. I think the colors match, and because the watercolor dry sorry, lighter than the when you first bring it on, it's more dark, so when it is drying the colors will be lighter. That is always difficult, the grayish one, the gray one. Or I can make a light blue out of it. Let me try. I mix it with it. A little bit more. Yeah, that's great. A little bit more light blue and water. And then soften it towards the edges. And you can also, it's not that you have here a block of color, there a block of color. You can, with water, when you use acrylic paint, mix the colors a little bit more, so then it is more natural. And what you can do is bring a little, when you dare, a little color on it and let it drop. Like this, you put on some color and then update. You see, you have the, yeah, it's hard to explain. Then it looks a little, I don't know the word. Sorry, I hope you know what I mean, but I cannot come up with the word. And so, here is also still a little bit white bluish. I work it towards the edges. I add a little bit more color because it is very light. So. This is too blue, but I can add white later. So he has a snowy background. He is so lovely. No. Is it dry or is it dry? I think it is dry. Yeah, it is dry. I think I like the colors in this way. So, what about it? I have to sit differently. So, and then I will first I make a line, a border on the page with this stamp. And then I have to have my gray inks. Yeah. What was it? Stone from Vesakraft Tsukineko. Not black, because black would be too hard, I think, for the whole piece. This is more convenient. The bottom. And the upper side also needs a border. So. And as you can see, you still see the paper and the paint. And so now I'm going to try to put it all together, that you don't see the paper and the paint is not one. Let me say it that way. Where is my stamp? Here is my stamp. I discovered that you can also can stamp with acrylic paint, with aquarelle paint. So I'm going to put some aquarelle paint on my stamp. And place it where I want it to be. And then I'll take the dark color. And I'll put it here. So, and because there is blue, I will use the blue also there. It's not in the circle. Not this side, maybe like this. And here, I think I do that color. It's not too watery. So, and it is not perfect, but that is, yeah, that is nice because it's kind of, nonchalant way, or how do I call it? It should look like you don't have to think of it, but just create. Terrible my English, sorry. And a little bit here. Yeah. I put my water away before it is all over my desk. I need my heat tool. Yes. I think it is dry. Okay, but now, because I think the background is too yellow and he has the white in it, I want to bring the white back. And then I have the Amsterdam titanium white. And I will be adding that very carefully, because I wanted to that you can see later on the stencil or the stamp. I put a little white on it so you can see it, but still not see it. And maybe my border is going away under the white, but that's not a problem because I can stamp it again. But I think that is the way to bring the whole page together. And you have the pale colors of the image and the pale colors in your background. You can also use white gesso for this. So in this way you also don't see where the paper is from the image, and the background is going in one yeah. Add a little more white here because it was a little bit snow on the bottom. I think I'll do my border again. So I make this more white. You still can see the stamp through it when you are careful with the paint or the gesso. So. And then I will do the border again. it looks like a snowy, foggy day, I think. So, and then later on we put the text somewhere. I think it's nice here. Not here, but I'm gonna do some shading on it, but very little, because I want to keep the softness in it. And then I use my dark sepia Faber-Castell the water. Not too much. Small piece of paper. Small piece of paper. Very little, because otherwise it is too obvious. Yeah. I only will put a little shade here. I think I leave it this way because I'm afraid it's too it pops out too much then. Okay. My white stifts, my white pen. With the white you can add a little bit more. In his eyes. In his hair. A little bit of light in his trousers. His shoe. And I think it is okay like this. I'm going to pull up my, because I don't see a thing up there. Let me see, some white splatters, I think. I don't want the big ones. And of course, I'm Don't want them here. Blip, blip, blip. And then you have a background that almost looks like the paper of the image. So, and then of course a text. Cold hands, warm hearts. And I think it's nice over here in the circle a little bit. It's a shame. Here maybe? No, I will put it there. Not in his hair. A little bit of gesso on it because of the shading. And I want a little bit more white here because he is standing in the snow. Ooh, I have to keep it very, very light. I think I have a word for the, I think a diffuse page, like it is, yeah, diffuse. I have to practice my English more. So, here are some black dots in the paper. I can do gray dots because I don't want black. I have this distress crayon. You can also put something on your glass plate or your craft sheet with some water and mix it. That is too much water. me see. Yeah. A little more, maybe accentuated. Very light gray. So maybe you don't see it from a little bit closer. You can see it. So that is the page in, yeah, a kind of foggy, misty, weathery kind of yeah, thing. Oh yeah, I get questions on how big this book is. This is, let me take the right side. It's 11 by 11 by 16 centimeter. I buy it at the Action. It's such a, yeah, kind of, how do you call it in American or English, a pawn shop kind of thing, and kind of shop. It's normal paper, not acrylic paper, but for this kind of project it's perfect. Well, I wish you a nice Sunday. Thank you for watching, and also thank you for subscribing to my channel. And yeah, have a nice day. Bye bye.